Hey Legionnaires, and welcome back with some more Rise of Mordor action for you today, and this is a glorious 3v3 as we have some Gondor cavalry here riding out ready to meet their enemy in the field. And yes, we have some Gondor cavalry going off to face a horde of Easterlings right now. This is actually a battle that I was taking part in with some members of like my Discord. If you want to get involved in some of these battles, then the Discord link is down below in the description. As you can see, he's got the Gondor cavalry just flying on in now. Sort of getting trapped in some infantry, but they're going to go flying on into that infantry there and getting a really nice charge there. It's a nice charge onto those Loki Macemen. And yeah, now getting peppered by archers. But we have Gondor defending alongside the dwarves of Erebor and also the Woodland Realm. And they are being attacked by the Eastlings, Dunland, and also the Linden Elves. So we've got a bit of an elven civil war going on. As you can see, some Gondor cavalry come flying back in there. We also have the Bane... no, we don't. We have Elven King here. I don't know why I was going to say Bane of the Steppes, because it's a command unit. But you can see... they're going after the Onager here, this Elven King, so it's a really, really good target to go after. And now going after archers with the cavalry over here. So yeah, a bit of a sally out on this side. We decided to sally out on this side because over on the other side, Dunland has cavalry, and well, Linden's next to Dunland. So this is the furthest we can be away from this Dunland, from the Dunland cav, basically. So unfortunately, yes, it's going to be the Eastlings that get the pounding, really. She comes flying in there. But if you're enjoying seeing Rise of Mordor on the channel at the moment, I'd like to see more. And make sure to leave a like, subscribe if you're around here, and a comment to show your support. And also make sure to hit that notification bell so you don't miss out on a single siege battle. As you can see, we've got the cavalry coming in here, going after the Varric Bowmen. Good unit to go after as well. Obviously, archers are very, very key in a siege battle. And also, these Varric Bowmen aren't half bad in combat. They have a sword and a shield, like when they... so they're actually kind of useful. You can see the pole arms coming back there. So, making sure to stay away from that. The Elven King at this point is actually quite beaten up, so I told my ally to get back inside the fortress with his Elven King and stay inside. But yeah, this is actually quite a really, really close one. We are playing on the map Duathe, which often isn't played on. So before, like, give it a try. There you go, Cavricum flying in again. Yeah, this map is pretty damn nasty. It's got like it's like got a settlement inside a settlement, really. Like, this is his own little citadel here. I can put archers upon the second wall, so they're going to be really able to support like my swords and stuff like down there. My cavalry's now broken. It's just one too many fights. I mean, it's done a lot of damage to this wall. As a rune that's really good. A silver chevroned as well. Jeez. Yeah, actually, yeah, two of them are silver chevroned up. And we didn't quite take out the artillery. We killed a lot of the crew, but we didn't manage to take it out, which is a shame. But yeah, I'm playing as Gondor. Gondor has actually all of a sudden really become one of my favorite like defending factions to play as, because you get artillery, and this, like, they're the only faction that gets walled artillery in Rise of Mordor. And it's free. So it's a free artillery, so I don't need to worry about bringing like artillery in my army. I can just bring it as a free unit, and then I can just spend the rest of my money on like my army, what I want, like cavalry. So yeah, instead of, I wouldn't have been able to bring that cavalry unit if I had to bring a catapult, because they kind of cost the same. So that would have been the case. And so yeah, I'm really glad that like Gondor is able to bring like wall artillery. Very, very useful. But yeah, my allies are already like set up fairly well. We've got all the dwarves over here set up. Look at this long line of dwarven warriors. This is going to be a lot of nasty dwarves to break through. Look at those boys. And what we've got behind, we've got Matic warriors as well. These guys look nasty. I mean, these are from the Iron Hills, I believe. They look awesome. Really do. And then we've got Woodland Realm over here as well, and they're set up in all these choke points here. I also had like some stuff set up over here, but I don't really want to put too much over here because well, you can easily get cut off if these like choke points are like forts over here. You can't get units out and then around and back up the ramp. So I didn't really want to put too much there for that reason, and also because well, if I kept putting units here, I could just keep putting archers up here and it'd make it really hard for the Eastlings. I didn't want to make it too hard. Not that I don't think the Eastern player can break through, like isn't good enough to break through. It's just this choke point, this area over here is not a good place to attack, so I felt kind to the Eastlings, put it like that. But yeah, so as you can see, we're just about to get underway. And yeah, a lot of you have been like commenting saying like, oh, like some of the like plays in like the last video, last Rise of Mordor video. If you haven't checked that one out, recommend you go and do so. Some of the players are a little bit new. If you didn't realize that the replay was bugged, so like the replay apparently is really, the actual like battle was really, really good, and they're a good set of players. So I just want to like reiterate that they're a good bunch of players. All the replays I put up usually have really good players in, and even like the newer players, like to Rise of Mordor, have usually played like hundreds of hours in Total War games, so then they usually know what they're doing. It's just new units to sort of learn, and yeah, so they know what they're doing. But you can see a Dunland is now landing on the wall. But we have all veteran players here today. We have a lot of veteran players, so you're in for a really, really good siege battle for sure. And you can see, yeah, look at the Noldrin swords as well, landing on the walls, instantly getting peppered. I think that's by their elven kin as well. Yeah, we've got the Lords of Lasgarn over here. They're now firing, making sure to just pepper those Noldrin swords. Already losing nearly like 5 men there. And then look at that. Look how quickly they fire volleys. Look at this. It's like, what, like 10 seconds, if that. And they're firing volleys off so quickly. And yeah, so they're getting through this armor quite nasty. And obviously, Noldorin swords can only bring like shock as their mainline infantry, really. So that's kind of a limit to them. So they're very, very vulnerable to archers. Oh, look at that. Look at the volleys coming in, knocking them over. Look at that one down there as well. This one's been focused to pieces as well, 57. It's really, really rough. Also, it didn't help that like the tower actually exploded like the Domitilla like way it is. And there's another one there. A few more Eastlings died. But yeah, so it's going to be pretty tough. I'm liking seeing Dunland here. Dunland all of a sudden is getting very, very popular. I'm seeing with the like siege battles. A lot of people playing Dunland. Like I said, I think they're really good. They are getting a like a remaster basically at some point. I don't know what I was going to say. I was going to do an overview on them, but they are getting a remaster. If you'd still like to see an overview on Dunland, even though they're getting a remaster, let me know. I could do two overviews. One on like the remaster, like the old version, and then one on the remaster when it eventually gets done. I don't know if it's really a priority, because currently Dunland is a fully fledged faction to a certain extent, so they may not be a priority right now. But then again, Arnold apparently is getting work done on it, and that's not even a priority, or is going to get work done on it soon, and that's not supposed to be a priority. I heard in the stream. But yeah, anyway, it looks like the elves are like carrying behind all of these walls over here. Look at this. All these like buildings here. They just do not want to like show themselves to all the archers that are like on these walls over here. I've got my Gondorian ones here, and the elves are like can just laser anything. They're actually nearly out of ammo. A lot of these elves actually. Lords of Lasgarn already spending a lot of ammo. We do have this supply barrow here though that the dwarves brought. Like, they could then use. And the first clash of infantry is actually down here. So we have some Ringlow Vale men at arms, and we already have Lords of Lasgarn, or these actually might be just, yeah, these are Lasgarn archers, sorry, just normal Lasgarn archers. Already engaged, they already used all their ammo up, and yeah, these guys are engaged against the Loki Rim down here, and the Loki Rim are losing decisively, mainly because, again, these archers up here, I've held fire because, well, we're winning that fight, we're going to win that fight, but my archers down here get some insane angles. I can't really like show you. That's like sort of the angle they have. They can literally just prop their, like stick their head out and their bow over the side of the wall, and they can't miss. I mean, they may hit their own troops, but they can't miss a body, put it like that. Yeah, first clash here really. And these Ringlow Vale men at arms, you've got to remember from the Gondor overview, have 51 melee defense. So like that, with also these guys were originally in Shield Wall. I think they may have come out of it. They are hard to break through, and it's actually quite a lot of them, 170. So yeah, a nasty unit. I've also been with my artillery, I've been firing a lot of stuff. I've been firing at various shock infantry over here. I accidentally hit their general a couple of times. So as you can see, yeah, this the infantry over here, these walls are in. This was the one that was charged by infantry, but yeah, the general here down to 94, and then the other walls are down to 91. Like, in one volley of the trebuchet, which is just firing one shot, it killed like 30 odd men. It was insane. But it has like, yeah, it has a missile damage of 850. So yeah, if it hits anything, it's killing it instantly. It's not messing around. Yeah, the elves have actually carried on in, and they're going to carry on fighting here against these macemen. That's probably not a great idea. These archers will lose that. With the support of the Ringlow Vale men at arms, they have a good chance though. Oh, yeah, they're back in Shield Wall now. Hold the line. Hold the line, men of Gondor, or men of Ringlow. And look at this, these Hall Guardians need to get moving. They're actually getting focused down now. So you can see that it looks like Lyndon's going to return the favour after his vulnerable units being focused down. Now the Woodland Realms are getting focused down. So yeah, they're equally firing pretty damn quickly. And look at that. Look like they haven't killed many, just killed one. They've got to break through quite a lot of armour. That is an elite unit. But I'm sure they can do it in time. You can see over here that Dunland is taking his time. He's just waiting to see what the dwarves are going to do. Dwarves have since reset up, and they had like all their troops set here. They now got like a bit of a kill box going on here at the moment with these dwarven warriors. in like a bit of a V, like a bit of a kill box, and they've got crossbows on the walls. So that, like anything comes through here is gonna just kill them instantly. Really, really nasty sort of stuff. Anyway, back over here is the only fighting's going on. I think the Lasgarden archers are okay. Yeah, they fell back. They lost quite a lot of men and fell back. So now it's back down to the Ringlow Vale to do the job. And as you can see, once again, Loki Rim Maceman really struggling to get through with the archers firing down. You just like see the arrows just bouncing off the units and sometimes like impaling a man. So yeah, really nice combo over here, and I could have done this all day long. If I have archer ammo, I could do this all day long. Which is why I've only put one unit of Ringlow Vale men at arms here. And same over on this side. I don't really want to put too much here. I want to give the Eastlings a chance, make it a good game. Worthy for you guys to watch, and it certainly is. Yeah, Loki Rim. I'm going to win that fight either just because of numbers, I don't think. Medium melee against heavy melee. Yeah, I don't think they'll win that. There's another one ready, though, to go in. I mean, kind of concerning a little bit for the Eastlings that they are running out of infantry quite quickly. They've got only 2 more units here. Another Maceman breaking there. And, yeah, at this point, I think I tell my archers to stop holding fire. Yeah, I move them across now. I go, like, elsewhere. I'm like, I've been too harsh on the Eastling player. Like, I don't want to just, I don't know, make him rage quit or, I don't know, just, like, frustrate him, give him a terrible game. I'll let him have a chance of breaking in. I'm going to go and shoot the elves instead now. They've not had enough harassment yet, and they're actually setting up archers on the wall now themselves. I think so they can fire over the top and start shooting. I don't know what they're going to shoot. Maybe Lasgarden blades? Maybe the other Lords of Lasgarden. I'm not really sure what they're going to go for. Dunland's got cavalry inside. He's taking that gate over there and he managed to then just bring in some cavalry. I mean, he's not the greatest cavalry in the world, but, you know, maybe able to get a charge off on one of these dwarves. I don't know if it's really worth it. It's only medium melee at the end of the day. And yeah, you can see actually the elves are sending their infantry over here. Yeah, both these units now are losing over on this choke point here. So this is a little bit of a concern. I have got some Gondor sword infantry down here, so I've got a few more elites. I have actually got a couple of guys down there. So if the Ringlow Vale do start to break, we do have stuff to replace. But they're my only troops I decided to commit down there. Yes, I hope you guys are all having a great day, and being Friday, just get a nice start to the weekend by watching some Rise of Mordor, some Lord of the Rings action. And I hope you guys are having, like, yeah, great days, like work, school, whatever. It's not been too harsh on you. Now you can sit back, relax, have a drink, get some snacks, enjoy some Lord of the Rings action. Watch as thousands of men will kill each other for little gain. Glorious. Talk about numbers, actually. What are the numbers? It's like 6,000. Oh, it was originally 6,000 versus 4,000. Now 5,000 versus 4,000. Those early Eastling losses have certainly not been great. I think my Cav got over 200 kills. So, like, that was a big loss there for the Eastlings. And they've lost probably about 200-300 men in this choke point alone. They are actually now, I think, what are they shooting at? Oh, they're shooting at these Hall Guardians. That's really smart there by these things. Shooting these Hall Guardians that were just mind their own business in reserve, and now they're getting shot. I mean, only lost one guy, but they're doing damage to that like armor, which is really, really good. As you can see here now, they're sending in more troops to take on these Ringlow Vale. And again, I could shoot them, but I think I spare him like just getting absolutely rinsed. Didn't really fancy giving him that. You can see now the Ringlow Vale are struggling a little bit more. They're a bit tired already. Had to fight in 2 other combats. I don't think they've even got masses of kills. It's like mainly the archers above them that were getting all the kills. The Ringlow Vale were just there to just hold them. What's going on the other side? So yeah, it looks like the elves are about to engage. So we're about to see the first clash over here. Some Noldorian swords going on in, and they're going to take on some Lasgarden blades. So there you go. These guys going on in. Let's take it from the other angle. The other angle is so much nicer. Oh, so much brighter. And these guys should, I mean, in time they should win this. I mean, if nothing interferes, the shock infantry should win this. I mean, they are shock infantry. I mean, they are taking a few hits from archers, but they should be okay. Lasgarden blades also doing. I mean, they should hold the line. Oh yeah. At this point, our settlement strangely was caught ablaze. I don't really know how. I didn't realize like the settlement if like I don't know. It seems like it's just like the enemy being in the settlement for long enough. They just set this place alight. But that's very much a Thrones thing, and no one's really been. Maybe it was like towers or something like that. Maybe this tower like shot, missed, and hit like the building. I'm not sure, but yeah, it's now our city's now a place, which is going to affect morale eventually. It's only at 1% now, so it's not doing anything major. Yeah. Also, this is a kind of another concern, not concerning, but thing like. Maybe the attacker shouldn't have done, brought like Moldorian spears on the assault. I know he wants to bring like, I see why he's doing it because like it's a shielded unit, so it's a bit more protected from archers. But Moldorian spears aren't going to get great kills, especially against the factions out here today. There's no evil factions on defense. We all have good factions, so like Elven spears can do really good, but they have to be against evil factions to like do well. They'll cut down like hundreds of orcs themselves. And you can see here, look at that Moldorian spear sword's just breaking. That's a shame. Now they're just standing here, looking at each other. There they go. Off you go. But yes, the spears. I mean, he's brought what 1, 2, 3, maybe a little bit too many. Maybe brought 1, 2 at max, if like for anti-cav. But he's got like polearms. He's obviously like he's got the Noldorian nobles for polearms, which are a very nasty unit. Like I would not want to face. He's brought 3. He's not brought 1. He's not brought 2. He's brought 3 of the boys. So he's put a lot of money into these polearms, and I don't blame him. These guys are really hard to break, really hard to kill, yeah, I would not mess around with them. I think they're already getting shot at. Don't know if they were getting shot at. It's just like there's a big blob of stuff here. Fortunately, I can't get my artillery to shoot there, which is a real shame. My artillery now is well out of options of things to shoot. Really, I think I'm shooting down here at these blobs. Yeah, kind of run out of stuff. And now, as you can see, shock infantry in here now. They're fighting Gondor. My Gondorian swords are now in the line. The Ringlow Vale men-at-arms, a thing of the past. They got cut down and killed. But now I'm to send in some heavily plated knights of Gondor to fight. I mean, the Varag warriors are still winning though. That's the thing. Like the shock infantry will do well. I'm still not even shooting with my archers. I probably should start shooting again soon. So I'm actually running out of things to stick in there. The polearms are already in here for Woodland Realm. This is a very elite unit being sent in. I don't really know what my Gondorian swords are doing. They're not really actually attacking properly. I don't know if I actually gave them the attack order or what. That's my bad from me.
They're not done yet.
Don't know why there's just randomly is a few lag spikes, but there you go. Oh, here we go. The archers are firing again. Clearly, they'd had enough from the, and just like that, the gods have decided the archers will fire, and and just like that, it turns the battle around. These Varag warriors are now losing, wavering. I mean, my Ringlow Vale are going again, and the Gondor swords aren't going to last much longer. So it may be a little bit too late, but I'm still going to take a lot of these Eastlings down with me. There you go. The Ringlow Vale have gone for a second time. They've had enough, and now it's just the Gondorian swords. And yeah, like that, the Varag warriors winning again. I really need to send these like Ringlow Vale back in. Yeah, I don't actually think these Gondor swords were got given the attack order. I didn't even realize this. I kind of wasn't really paying attention. I don't think. I was like, well, they'll do their bit. Oh well, that's a shame. And just like that, look at this. These things have got a shock infantry unit in behind it, and they're able to threaten the polearms over here, which are now holding back shipwright nobles. So this is going to be a bit of a concern. The Dunland and the dwarves is yet to engage as well. They are still like just mind their own business. Look at these poor elves up here. Poor dead elves. Yeah, here we go. Into the back. Woodland Realm minding his own business. And then in come the Varag warriors of these slings. Shouting their battle cries. Scaring the Woodland Realm. And they'll do pretty well attacking the back of those polearms. They should do a really good job. I mean, the Hall Guardians don't really mind being surrounded, but I mean, it's obviously not going to be healthy for them. They are actually losing, so it's clearly affecting. And they should start to die. And there's not really much over here that they can really get out. This sword unit needs to get out. Really, yeah. Everything over here is now really committed. They have broken through on this side as well, these slings. And yeah, they're going to break through here eventually. Yeah, my Gondor swords, I don't think I actually gave the command at that time. They have now since been given a command. They're still losing though. The damage is done. The damage is done. And yeah, they are now going to break through here if they want to. So yeah, I need to just like focus some of these units down, get them off the battlefield. But yeah, I was like saying, get this sword unit back. Just surround. Just if you have to, surround this Shipwright Noble, and then you can get it back and hopefully save. There's Dwarven Warriors actually being sent over as well, so the Dwarves are getting involved in the fight. And here we go, a bit of elf on elf. Sauron would be very pleased seeing this. Elves is killing each other. And there you go. The elves seeing a chance to get into the back of these Lasgarlan blades, and they just rear charge them some Noldorian swords. Really, really good idea. So yeah, it's an absolute mess over here now as this combat in the main choke point. The dwarves have been sent in as well. They'll do their bit. These Dwarven Warriors fighting their most hated enemy. And yes, it's not the Orcs of Mordor or the Goblins of Moria. It's the Elves. They always hate the Elves. They always have. They always will. But they're also standing side by side with some others. So there you go. That Shipwright Noble's actually trying to pull out of combat there. Probably should have just stayed in combat. It was doing pretty well. It's an elite unit. It's a tier 4 unit. These Lords of Lasgarlan are out of ammo, which is a bit concerning. I have started shooting from this wall over here. Oh gosh, kind of just went past. Yeah, from this wall all the way over here, I am shooting at those Dunherd swords. So I'm trying to like do a bit of damage. Try and just weaken this unit before it goes into combat with the spears here of Lasgarlan. There you go. Shots coming off. And there you go. The dwarves have actually started their assault over here. So they decided to actually be aggressive and attack the Dunlandings down here. So they're now going in, and you can see they're going to just charge in their Dwarven Warriors into the Dunherd swords. In there you go. I don't know who will win this, to be honest. The dwarves are like, this is a pretty nasty dwarf unit. Like, Dwarven Warriors are like a low-tier sword unit, and they're still really nasty. They'll do a lot of damage to quite a lot of units, although certainly hold for a long time, certainly put it like that. They're actually retreating now. Look at that. Cowards, get out of here. They probably shouldn't have done that. And there is actually a gap in the line now. And look at that. They're going to get shot in the back, so this is going to be really nice from these Dunherd archers here. They've got a really nice angle, if I can just get it right. There you go. Into the backs. There they fire. And yeah, that Dwarven unit is not going to last long. And already the Dwarves are setting up replacements. They realise the danger they're in. They've got Blood Avengers here as well in combat. They're actually beating the Dwarven Warriors quite convincingly, which they probably would. The Blood Avengers with their borrowed Uruk-hai armour are going to do a lot of damage here. What we got here? We got lots of like shock infantry left in reserve. Actually, he's got his Dunherd chosen as well. He's sending his Blood Avengers first, which is actually more elite. As you can see, the Eastlings well and truly inside the settlement now. They're actually firing the Varric Bowmen. I can't remember what they're firing at. What are they firing at? Oh, they're shooting my Gondor swords. Are just waiting on the side here. Really good thing to be shooting at. I am forming like shield wall, but obviously they're just firing onto the flank. I didn't really realize what was going on until a little bit later. I think I was trying to like do some other stuff on the other side. I was like telling the dwarves like to get the hell out of there. But yeah, I then turn on an angle, so it's going to be a bit harder. But I mean, we're taking an absolute beating. Really, this unit should I then give the order, I think, for this unit just to go down and get into combat. Go and mix it in with the elves. Hold this line a little bit longer. Got the spears in it now. And looks like the Lasgarlan blades have been beaten back. Just got the dwarves in now, and the Hallguns is broken. Got Lords of Lasgarlan in here. They're fighting against Varric warriors. They're probably going to win that fight. Yeah, these Lords of Lasgarlan are actually pretty good in combat. They're a good hybrid unit. And it's also a weak like Varric warrior, so yeah, of course they beat it. And there you go, my Gondor swords now coming in. They'll help thicken the line. In there you go. Pushing on in. And that's more than enough now to hold this back for a long time. Like the elves are going to have to send up more, so maybe pole arms. Who knows? Who knows what they set up? Got pole arms here as well for these things, so they're obviously a bit of a concern as well. Back over on this side, the dwarves are losing quite badly. My general, yeah, is under attack. So yeah, I plan on my general once he gets moving in. I plan on my general to go round here, like through these streets, go down this left street here, go around, and then I'm going to rear charge and just help free up this Dunherd swords here. So that is the plan anyway. So off he goes. He goes to do his thing. And there you go. Those dwarves break there. What are they sending in now? They're sending in Matic warriors. We're sending some shock in. These Matic warriors are still pretty nasty again for a low tier like Dwarven Shock, they are still pretty nasty. I wouldn't want to mess with them. You can see the Dunherd Swords are actually losing. They are falling back, though, at the same time, so that probably doesn't help. There's lots of Dunherd Swords stacking up here, ready to go. And Dunland's ready to, like, throw in a lot to try and beat the Dwarves here. He is ready to sacrifice all if needs be. There you go. Look at these mad Dwarves. There you go. They're oh, Manic Warriors there. They're still fighting on hard. They're gonna win, you imagine. Back over on this side, we are actually still losing. We are pouring in a lot of stuff. I mean, they've put in a bit more themselves, so not much more. But yeah, we are actually still losing in some areas. I mean, it doesn't help like the archer fire up here. These Noldorian archers are actually got quite a lot of ammo left, and they're still relatively healthy. They're firing into like right over the top and into that combat there. So yeah, the attackers got some really good like archer positions here. Just turn that around again. Oh, so much nicer from this angle. Look at that. Fighting on hard, these Lords of Lasgarland. Fighting on hard. These poor elves getting just vaporized by their own secret weapon, the arrow. Actually, they managed to find a little gap in the line there. And they might be able to get around. Yeah, the elves actually might need to, like Lyndon might need to send more stuff in. He's got plenty more spears he could send in. And Loki Rim and stuff like that. He's got plenty of other stuff. I still have a lot of reserves, by the way. I have Gondor Sword Infantry, Fountain Guard. I've got archers without ammo. I still have plenty of archers with ammo as well. I have 3 units with relatively a decent amount of ammo. And there you go. My general has actually been and done this thing. I did miss the charge, but yeah, it wasn't like a great charge. And the unit was already losing. It was just to free up the dwarves, get them moving again. So yeah, they're just running out there for some reason. And the dwarves are in a real bad spot right now. To be honest, they're getting forced back quite quickly. They're losing quite a lot of troops. I mean, he was wanting to be aggressive, and I get that. Fair enough. He's like didn't want to just sit there and just do nothing. Because Dunland was not interested in pushing forward either. They were quite happy. And in the end, I think like the Woodland Realm was like, oh, you should push forward. There you go. My general's gone in. This was a misclick. I did not want him to go this way. For some reason, I wanted him to come over here and help support this fight. Yeah, some reason my general decided that the quickest route to get over here, arguably maybe is, just go all the way through Dunland's army. So I had to pull him quickly out. I don't think he lost any men. No, luckily he didn't lose a single man. But yeah, so I get that. Like the Woodland Realm basically was like, oh well, otherwise Dunland may just double team me, and like if you just stand there and do nothing, so you may as well be aggressive, try and take some Dunland down with you. And that's what the dwarves did. They still got they still got like Iron Guard, they still got some shock and some crossbows. So like they've got useful things. Really, like they're trying to get the crossbows in the right angle, and like they have to be on this slope. They were saying, but I was saying no. This is why I was saying, like defend these 2 choke points, because then the crossbows up on that wall can get really nice angles. But obviously, Dunland player did not want to do that. Like I said, they're all really experienced players here, so like they realized that like how much that was death. And right now I'm going to be aggressive with my general. He's not really lost a single man, so I'm happy to do that. And I was going to go in for these pole arms. I was going to go for the Noldorian nobles, because they're just stood here on ceremony doing nothing. And all the archers on the wall here have no ammo, so I was pretty happy and pretty confident that I was not going to get shot at. And as you can see, they turn right. Like they're so quick, and they move like for a halberd unit, and they've already set up ready. So I have to pull out that combat pretty quickly. And so in the end, I decided to just go for a rear charge and free up these troops here. And that was pretty devastating. It wasn't like the thing is though, like I knocked one down and then 2 arrived to like replace it, and then the halberds were like going to come around. I started really worrying now that my general's not going to get out of here, but he's done that quite effectively actually, with only like a few losses. He's got out there quite nicely, and now he's going to charge this Dunherd sword, who's now pushed forward because yeah, the Woodland Realm is now falling back. And there he goes. Flying on in. It wasn't a great charge either, because he's kind of coming around the corner and the momentum was kind of lost. But yeah, did a decent amount of damage. And now he's going to just retreat and probably go back up the slope. But now the Woodland Realm is holding both these choke points with Lasgal and like spears. And I'm sitting in some archers with no ammo. I think we were saving all the supply barrel uses for elven archers, which makes sense. There you go, and there you go. Warlords of Ruin should probably do okay in this. In comes some Elven Spears, some Moldorian Spears going in as well. But yeah, you can see, I mean, it's still, like, the numbers are not, like that great for us. I mean, balance power is not looking great at all. 2,200 against 3,200. And you got to remember, like, they have small, like their advantage is not great either. But they have elves. They equally have elves. And they have, I mean, Dunland's actually a pretty, like, average faction. But they've got elves. These things are pretty nasty as well. So, like, numbers are not like the end of the world. It's not like they're like Mordor or something where they're going to have to rely on numbers to break through. This would be almost over if it was Mordor here. And like Dol Guldur, but we have like the elves fighting us, so like this is still a bit of a worry. And there's still like I was quite worried of like all the halberds that were still left, and I was quickly running out of ammo. I've been firing at a lot of stuff I probably shouldn't have been firing at. And like Dunland's still got pretty good infantry, and the shock that Dunland has as well is pretty good. Luckily, like the dwarves have like pretty much not used their crossbow ammo, so they're eventually gonna be able to get on the wall and do some damage. Elven general back here as well. He's really beaten up. But yeah, and we're still losing in a lot of areas right now. I'm not, like, wasn't happy. And they've still got quite a bit of ammo. So the barracks have got ammo. Elves have expended quite a lot of theirs. But yeah, the dwarves have been pushed back on the far side. As you saw with the archers retreating, they kind of got, like, vaporized in their push forward. It was not a great idea. But yeah, so it looks like, yeah, the dwarves like got, I mean, they're nearly out. They're not quite full. Yeah, they got their archers back nice and quickly. Like, yeah, look at this. The dwarves had no chance. Dunland had him like was just firing into like it's like fish in a barrel. Look at that, horrifying. But yeah, would not want to be in the dwarves state. And yeah, they had like some units that they were sending over here to kind of like cover the woodland realm. But I told them just get them back, just get them back. Like these guys are just more important in the citadel. And I still have plenty, like I said, I have plenty of like Gondor swords that I can just throw in anywhere if needs be. Still, they're very, very useful to have handy. Like I said, I could have put more troops down here, but I think if I had more troops down here, like these things weren't getting past here. If I was just going to be brutally honest, I could have stopped the entire army there. But I'm quite happy that I let them through and like it's this scenario. Like it's a lot more closer and it's could go either way. It wasn't like an overly competitive match. Just a chill one. Not that the elves care about that, whether it's competitive or not. They're dying right now. As are the men of Gondor, shaken since casualties sustained. But I mean, they're only archers. Who cares? They've used all their ammo. Yeah, this was kind of frustrating to see, and I didn't realize this till late what was going on. But you're about to see it here. These Loki Rim archers are going to set up here. Actually, someone else is doing it as well. It's these Noldorian archers here with 16 men that are wavering. But yeah, these Noldorian, these Loki Rim archers here are just setting up, and they're firing to the back of these last spears. And I hadn't realized. I was like, who the heck is doing so much damage to this unit? I was looking around, trying to then obviously use my archers to then silence them. I didn't realize till late. And it's, yeah, this Loki Rim here. And I didn't realize. I thought I didn't know really what this was firing at. But yeah, it's got a really nice angle into the backs of these guys. And then Dunland's now going in. He's going to finish the job off with his Dunherd swords. Yeah, this is a brutal scenario really for these poor elves. Had no chance. I should have really also recommended to my ally just get these last Garland blades out, spears out of here, like get them back up the hill, because well, my Gondor archers could hold the line. But yeah, as you can see, they're breaking through pretty quickly. No surprise, these spears have just been absolutely vaporized by archers. Best way to kill elves though, shoot them in the back. Look at that, so many going down, and there they go, they break. And now these Dunherd swords can surround and just condemn These units really should have like gone out a bit more, just so like the whole unit envelops, because the elves can still get out of that, and they are going to try now. You can see they're going to try and get out of that combat. They're going to lose a lot of men from doing it, but they may save some of the unit. Better than none of it. Especially since there's a spear unit, it won't get many kills. Yeah, look at that. You can see they're trying to run now. They're going to. There's about 60 guys that can get out. Now they're going to run up this hill, try and save their lives. If not, they can. This unit can form square, which I think it's about to do now. Yeah, it just formed square, and it's going to hold there. And I then start to like fire some shots and try and support it. Then I realized there are more important things in life to be shooting than just Noldorian spears, aka Noldorian nobles. When they eventually come into range, they will be getting a lot of volleys. It's awesome, really does. Over on the other side, as you can see, like since when the dwarves died here, like the Dunland has not done anything. He's just been patient, being like any good attacker, you got to be patient. And as you can see, the dwarves' response is to set up a new line of defense. We've got the Iron Guard here. They're going to set up here for now. Look at these boys. Men of the Iron, or dwarves of the Iron Hills. Wouldn't be. I don't think they'd appreciate if I called them men. Loyal to Dane Ironfoot. I don't know. Did they bring Dane? Who did they bring as their general? Oh, they brought Iron Guards as their general. Okay. Don't usually obviously see like the dwarves bring anything but Dane now as their general. But I think this is certainly, like on the defense, this is so much better idea. Like Dane, yeah, is a great unit to have. It's a shock infantry unit. It's a unique unit. But having like your general as like Iron Guard, I think is a really handy thing. Like, Iron Guard is just so hard to kill. So hard to kill. Their armor's thick. Impossible to break through. But yeah, so it looks like those elves are now going to just eventually be killed off. I don't know whether they should really hold here these dwarves, because they could just get shot in the flank quite easily. Like if Dunland just set up some archers, say like here, or like even further back and shot them from like here or on the wall, I can get some really nasty angles. So I think like the elves, not the elves, the dwarves should fall back at some point. If they do, that probably will save them. And as you can see here, they're just going to flank on around and kill these Last Garden Spears off. They're dying a slow death, but they've lived a long life. So does it really matter? Probably not. All this immortal blood being spilt. It's a sad day for all elven kind. But these units look awesome. They really do. Just the elves have some of the nicest armor in this game. Looks awesome. Woodland Realm still looks one of the nicest looking factions, and it's a relatively old faction at this point now. Noldorian spears. They're gonna actually push up, and there's Hallguardians waiting for them in the shadow. Can't really see them. There you go. Looking ready. This is still one of my favorite units. I think it still looks awesome. It's a shame that it's now pole arms though. I've kind of preferred it when it was shock. Those were the days. But I'm setting up some Gondor swords as well, just to kind of mix themselves in with the Hallguardians, so just to like save them, to save them a little bit, just in case they bring up archers. I don't know if they really have any archer ammo left. There's a few like Locurim and Varrigs with ammo, but nothing like more than that really. So yeah, now these Gondor swords are going, they'll sort of save them a little bit. Looks awful in the shadow, it really does. That's nicer. You can look in this small section here where it's light. The Gondor uniforms as well look awesome as well, and they're still like And they're one of the oldest factions. They're one of the oldest factions, and they look awesome. Gondor's uniform is amazing anyway. It really does. They're pushing forward quite well. They're also swords, so they should beat these spears anyway. Swords should beat spears. And shock will beat all, basically. Bar Cav. Cav is king, of course. Gondor Arch is up here. Well, I'm literally patiently waiting for these Noldorian nobles just to get in range. They may actually be in range at this point. I actually wouldn't be able to say. No, they're not quite. Oh, maybe one of them is ever so slightly in range. But on the other side, you can see Dunland is now making the trek up, and he's getting focused down by. Oh, he was getting focused down by crossbows. You can see here, really, really like doing a lot of damage, and there still is actually. Yeah, look at that. Dunland's like unit taking destroyed. And look what they have to face when they arrive. It's these Iron Guards. They've repositioned. They still have a few Dwarven warriors and a few Madoc warriors as well. So, and yeah, these first few units are going to waver and break. The Loki Rim. The halberds of Isengard of where did Isengard come from? I don't even know. The halberds of the Eastlings are now over here. They transferred over here to come support. Not a bad idea, honestly, because well, there's more than enough halberds on the far side to break through. I mean, they're also really nasty halberds. We're gonna need them soon because otherwise these Hall Guardians can rack up some good kills. My infantry's starting to die off a bit. There you go. In comes some Loki Rim. Again, it's not a halberd though. Sure that I think the elves are just a little bit worried that they know that once they start to come up this hill. I mean, just look at them though. Look at them. Rank upon rank of Noldorian elves. It's awesome. It really does. Yeah, once they come up the hill, I think they're just worried that they are going to get focused, which they are correct. I am going to make sure I use ammo. And I actually, commandeer one of the crossbows. I was like, I don't know. I said to the my Dwarven ally, I was like, I don't know whether I'm actually going to have enough ammo to kill one of them off. Also, archers aren't as effective in piercing through their armor, but crossbows almost certainly are going to be good enough to get through that armor. So that's why the Erebor crossbows got brought up. You can see the halberds. One of them actually getting pretty damn well focused down. The other one actually got through pretty healthy at 88. I didn't realize this choke point had been left open by us. So I quickly rushed over some Gondor swords to defend it. So they will now eventually just be able to hold that choke point. The Iron Guards over on this side doing a good job. And yeah, the Dunna Chosen are in combat. And they didn't throw their axes before they went in, which is a shame. But yeah, so these big axes here, they should really be breaking through the Iron Guard, but they're not. They're really not. And they're also hitting the Madoc warriors. It also doesn't help the towers here. The towers are so annoying if you're attacking. Just chipping away at your army little by little. There you go, they're breaking. Look at that, already broken, gone. The Iron Guard are just nasty. They still are. They weren't when they got added. They used to be everyone revered them, and one of the scariest units around. And they still are, to be honest. It's new units have come and gone. Iron Guard is still horrible to face. I hate them. I hate facing them. I love using them or seeing them on my side, but like that. And you can see the Loki Rim Halberdiers. They're setting up. These guys aren't they're going to just fly on in. I don't know if that's really the smartest idea. That's not how you really want to use halberdiers. You want to gradually move them up. Also mix them with infantry. They're really good with their the macemen. They're really good as them. I don't know whether they've got the strength to break through this fresh Gondor infantry. And as you can see here, we are starting to win on this side. Still yet to see the halberds move up. I think I've actually started shooting one of them. No, I feel... Oh, yeah, I have been shooting at them, but... Not that it's really succeeded in doing anything. And yeah, as you can see... Oh, we still have... the... Hall Guardians at the top of this hill with their Gondor swords, and they're holding. Look at those boys. And in come a whole bunch of archers and all sorts of elements, all in a nice column as well. Didn't even realize this, but yeah, they're all in a nice column. Yeah, my Gondor archers up here just admiring the view. There's like, yes, Dietar walls. Yeah, this is what makes Dwathir such a unpleasant map to face. Is this second tier, you really... I mean, it may be better to do like a 4v3 on this one. Might be. A 4v3 might be quite nice, because then you can cheese out these choke points, some of these choke points really, really well, for sure. So yeah, might have to try and do 4v3s on this one, because 3v3s, I have seen, like 3v3s attack as one. I have done it myself, back in the days when like the Woodland Realm were a new faction. But yeah, it's a rough one, put it like that. Certainly when it comes to the second layer, and if the enemy still has ammo, which like the dwarves have so much, it makes it really hard. That's why I made sure to like try and commit as much stuff as possible. I still had a lot of Gondor swords, but apart from that, I don't really have much in the way of infantry. My Found Guard have yet to be used, but yeah, that's the only other thing I haven't really used. There you go, they're breaking on through. Over on this side, the dwarves have just about beaten all their enemies here. There's still actually quite a lot of Dunland troops with ammo, with all like archers with ammo. The Gondor swords over here winning their fight. Yeah, it's like Grim Halberdiers bizarrely were not winning this. I was kind of surprised. I was like, well, the Halberds should eventually break through. That's why I kind of like... And my Fountain Guard were ready to go over in that direction. They're actually exhausted. I'm not really sure how. How are you exhausted? You've not done anything all game. But there you go. And then, as you can see, the halberds breaking, gone. Dunland's not really got much to send in now. I mean, he's got a lot of shock. He's got like his Dunland Chosen, and he's still got Blood Avengers. But like, is he going to break through? I don't know. Probably not. I think it's all down to those Noldorian nobles, and they're starting to push forward now. Here they come. They just need to get going. They just need to go. This one is getting vaporized. I literally focused one down at a time. I felt... I don't know. I was really happy that I was hitting them really quickly, but I did also feel sorry for the Elven player. Like, seeing his prize units, like, get murdered. Really was a shame. Even, like, at 27, this unit is still a threat. That's the thing, though. I have to, like, kill this unit down to the bone. Look at them. Look at them. Glorious. Got shipwright nobles coming in now. General. We've still got like Dunherd swords over here and wards of runes. So like there's a whole combination of stuff still to send up here. There's a whole blob of infantry still in here as well. They don't really need to send more up. If they do, it's just severe blobbing. They have lots of archers as well down here, just Dunland, that you could probably start thinking about using as well. It looks like we're able to see the next wave of shock infantry come in for Dunland. Will they be able to break through the Iron Guards? I mean, the first wave didn't, but who knows? Who knows the second wave? Here they come. The Blood Avengers with their borrowed armor from Isengard. Maybe that's why I was thinking of Isengard, because of their because of this shock infantry. Maybe the reason. Spears down. Back to business. They only lost 12 men, and this one's lost 14. Yeah. Rough start. And here we go. The halberds are up. So there's a weakened halberders in there. Noldorian nobles. They're fighting Hallguard. So it's two elite halberds facing each other. Difference is one halberd is getting focused down by archer towers. This is just ridiculous. I don't know why like some are controlled by Woodland Realm and some are controlled by Gondor. That's a bit weird. Let's not question it. As you see over here, the Noldorian nobles really struggling to get through. These Hall Guardians have like had a really rough time. They did have a catapult. I forgot to mention this. after I was focusing on their catapult and killing it out here, and I think I was just busy looking at something else. They then did walk it inside, and I burn it, unfortunately, with my my archers. So yeah, they got rid of that. Getting rid of the artillery is probably huge, because they would probably use it on this final stage. But yeah, that was actually not too long ago that happened. Like that was just as they were like preparing to assault, and they started walking that in, and I shot it with what remained of my archer ammo, really. As you can see, we've seen the final now elites. We've got warlords of ruin coming around it. So yeah, Eastlings have decided that they'd rather go through this side. That side is pretty much death. This side is a bit more, there's a bit more hope. And we actually have troops now pushing out here. I have my Gondor swords going around. I'm getting focused down, but I'm also just trying to be aggressive, you know. I want to make it interesting. And there's the dwarves going in, joining me in combat. And I also believe... Oh no, what are you? You're just archers. No one cares about you. I also believe I start to mobilize. Yeah, the Fountain Guard are now being mobilized. And they're going to get sent in. And here come the final units of the Noldorian nobles. These guys are about to get I imagine they're going to get absolutely destroyed by these crossbows. Also, there's generals down here. It's just like, probably was better if you just went in. These crossbows otherwise just going to focus them down. Yeah, look at these boys. They fire a bit slower still, the crossbows, compared to archers. They are still a crossbow at the end of the day. They are firing. There you go. Another volley. Still quite quick. Yeah, they do it. I mean, they have to be slower than a crossbow. It makes it like one of their negatives. Can't really see what they're actually firing at now. They are losing. Look at that. Noldorian nobles losing decisively. That's what we like to see. An enemy general is dead. Whose general is dead? Oh, that was the that is the Elven general. He was just stood at the bottom of the wall. I did think he was just standing there getting shot. Wasn't the most healthy of places to stand. Warlords of Ruin over here. Doing okay. But I mean, the numbers are quite even at this point. It's 1,200 against 1,000. We've turned it around quite nicely. Certainly when the dwarves started to die out quite quickly, I was quite worried. Because the dwarves are going in and just dying very, very quickly. Now in go the infantry. Blood Avengers as well. Poor Iron Guard down here getting cut down. Look at them go. Getting chopped away. And the Fountain Guard are now coming up. I don't know why these guys are exhausted, to be honest. I did not realize. I literally did not move them really the entire game. Maybe just holding your pike, being in pike formation wears you out. Maybe. But yeah, these archers over here actually got, well, I mean, before they were obstructed each other, have had a really good angle. You can't really see, but they are able to fire up and over and into the flanks of this entire combat down here, doing quite a lot of damage to my Gondorian troops. And yeah, the Iron Guards are finally actually dying, getting killed off slowly by these Blood Avengers. They are getting picked apart. Look, they have some just archers just to throw in and a fresh Iron Guard. But all they really needed was maybe like 1 or 2 more units, and they may be able to get through. We have now broken most of the Noldorian nobles on this side, unfortunately. So we're going to have troops to be able to transfer across to the other side. And yeah, Linden's almost out, really. Those guys wavering at 18. There you go, they're gone. So Linden's gone. And now I think it's just yeah, just Dunland and a bit of the Eastlings that are remaining. But yeah, this was a fun one. It was certainly a really like fun battle to play. And I've got a new love for Gondor. Like after like really like not hating them, but rarely playing them. I decided like Gondor, yeah, they're a good faction to try out. Especially with like the artillery over here. Like get that for free. That's very useful. And yeah, like they're a good all-round faction. I just don't like their shock. Their shocks are terrible. They're not great for the attack, but for defending, they're a very effective unit, a very effective faction to bring. Same as the dwarves, of course. But dwarves are good on attack and defense, anyway. And yeah, it's a good one. The defenders fought on, the attackers fought on hard. I don't really know how they were like. They didn't really do much wrong. Maybe wanted to save, like, if they could have got that artillery and maybe, like, get that in there. I know that wasn't really their fault. That's just more, like, me picking it off. Yeah, if they were, like, able to, like, get that in, that might change the battle. Because that was like 1,500 down the drain. Maybe if they had a bit of cav, they may have saved a few of their units. But I mean, didn't really, in the end, didn't really matter. Like, they still had plenty out here. I killed like 200 men. I didn't actually really rout anything. I just weakened a few units. And as you can see, we're starting to see a chain rout now for the Eastlings. It's now just down to Dunland. It's over here. Dunland's got more archers here. Yeah, just Dunland left now. My Fountain Guard going in, trying to get some kills. They're really bloodied up, though. Look at the blood flying off all these units. Nasty. I think they look even better than the units when they're covered in blood. They look awesome. Magic Warriors breaking. My archers are breaking as well. I mean, the pikes are winning, though. Just decisively. Iron Guard also doing a bit. My general goes out to get some kills. I think I'm just running down, yeah, Chosen. Killing them off. And now we can just, well, go after anything we fancy. I don't really know what I was actually planning on doing. What do I do? Should have just charged those archers on the side. They've still got ammo as well. It's a sad sight. But yeah, I think in the end just charge the Champion's Reaver. Wouldn't really advise this. The Champion Reaver is a really nasty unit. And I actually, yeah, don't really win this fight. You can see Champion Reaver, I mean, they're losing decisively as well, but I am losing as well. Not healthy. Hopefully my gen doesn't die, but he may. But at this point, it doesn't really matter. That's why I was just being a bit dangerous with my general, just throwing him on him. Dunherd archers there wavering. And yeah, there goes my general. He's going to break. I think it's just because of missile volley. I think he's getting focused down by the Dunherd archers here. And yeah, my general's broken, and he should die any second now. But again, like I said, shouldn't really matter. There you go, my general's died. But my pikes are already winning decisively on this side, and Fountain Guard can go without a general for quite a while. Maybe they can't afford to be shot in the back too much, but there you go. A Pyrrhic victory for the defenders. So we'll end the replay and have a quick look at the end results. But yeah, I was playing as Gondor, like I said. It was a really, really fun one. 177 kills from my general. My infantry did okay. I definitely could have got more kills on my infantry if I just put them like in those choke points at the initial like spot I was defending. 171 for this one's not too bad. 104 for Ringlow Vale's not bad at all. Fountain Guard getting 22 didn't obviously like really get sent in. My archers got 282, which was the best unit like in the whole like battle for me. And then 213 kills on my Gondor Cav. Was quite happy with that. And then we've got Boris here, who's playing as the Woodland Realm. Yeah, his like infantry didn't do like that great. I mean, his cav did like okay, 86, but I mean, definitely could have got more maybe. But yeah, his last guy on blades did nothing like amazing, or his spears. His Hall Guardians though did really well. 377 did really nasty. I didn't realize he brought 3, but there you go. The third one did really nice, and his archers did okay, getting 195 kills. And then we got Mythic Yeet here playing as Erebor. Yeah, his infantry again not doing that great. Kind of getting caught out of position in a lot of places. I think he overcommitted when he was in that choke point. Yeah, best one there got 87. Then his Manic Warriors 140, 175 for the Iron Guard, and his crossbow did really well from both getting over 200 kills. Very, very nice. Then we have Enzo here playing as the Eastlings. Yeah, Enzo had a really rough start to the game, obviously getting sallied on, and then I like was just focusing down with archers and catapults. So I felt a bit sorry for him. But he did well. He fought on hard, and they nearly were able to win it, and his wards of Rune were nearly there for the victory. 198 kills with these Loki and Macemen. Did a really nice job with them. Some of the other ones, yeah, getting like 11 kills and like did not do well, getting focused down and whatever. His shock infantry is a shame to see shock not do that great, but it happens. And then yeah, the pole arms, yeah, Loki and pole arms are not that great. I've realised they're not great. But you just bring them because well they're pole arms. And then we've got Space here playing as Lyndon. 110 kills with Shipwright Nobles. 126 kills with his Spears. Actually better than any of his Noldorian swords. So that's really nice to see. Yeah, his Noldorian Nobles, 53 kills. Yeah, we made sure we left ammo for these guys. That's the only issue with Noldorian Nobles is now that they've obviously got a good reputation, they get like focused down. 80 kills with Noldorian Archers. Not too bad. Then we've got Sarchex with his Dunlending Tribes. Playing, yeah, he's Dunhead Swords here getting 157. Not too bad there. His Chosen getting 171, which is actually quite good because this unit gets focused a lot. Doing better than the more elite Blood Avengers, getting 137. And his Archers, yeah, nothing amazing there. But there you go, guys. That was the battle. I hope you guys enjoyed this one. It was certainly a close one. Thank you to all of you, all the guys that joined and all of you that watched. And don't forget to leave a like, subscribe if you're around here, and a comment to show your support. And don't forget that notification bell if you want to know when the next Rise of Mordor battle is out. And until next time, Legionnaires, I will see you in the next one. Bye for now.